Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your humble host, Rebo, and welcome back to another day in the revolution. Today, we are back with more Final Fantasy XVI, The Rising Tide. Last time we started this off, and then we got all the way up to here to where we are about to start the dungeon. So yeah. Let's go. For this part, we should be done, hopefully with this today. But I am still going to be back at least tomorrow and show off the roguelike thing that they also added once you get this done. And I also am going to be redoing the end. They let it slip a little bit, but they did say that once you complete this, the ending does change, or that's what they hinted to. So yeah. So I will go and do that. So don't know if I'll do that today. I probably won't. If I get this done, then it'll be done tomorrow. Oh, I'm so happy to come to get back to this game. This game is so fun. Didn't want to put it down yesterday, really.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
Oh, elder.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Which is why she comes out here and keeps it thing so they can see the path. Man, it still looks amazing.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Alrighty.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No, it's not.
No. It's not.
Did you say 80 summers? That's 80 years. Jeez. So it's an 80-year-old baby.
There. Up ahead.
God, she gets so much faster than us. Granted, I did stop, but still.
Down in the center. Follow me.
He's still an infant. I know he's a baby, but that's like a newborn infant.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean...
I'm not gonna kill
I'm
him.
not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Yeah, Jill's one of them, so.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Get ready. High power water bullets.
It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
Yep, it's done.
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Oh no. Those water bullets. No, after when it's done. What's going on?
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Alright, so let's see what we got. Okay, we have the power of water. Clive has claimed portion of the icon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes elemental aspect of Clive's magic, but also access to his summoner iron bears as Crosswell, an inseparable rush of water that plummets enemies from multiple angles. Okay, Leviathan's... Okay. Serpent Cry. You can now use to summon Clive's off-arm a sea of spitting serpent capable of dealing... A spitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at a great distance. Ooh, I like that. Press square when in the state to unleash Tribal Torrent. Multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures, while pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water, a tribal stream, at enemies stunned just outside melee range. But it looks like there's a cooldown, which sounds about right. Using these attacks will deplete your tribal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing circle. Time a second press quickly with the on-screen prompt. Okay. Will immediately fill the gauge, as well as earn unlimited ammunition for a short period of time also. The travel gauge was also replenished with successful exacting precision dodge. Roll. Serpent's Cry. While using Serpent's Cry, press R1 while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge even further. Tribal Torrent can be used while rolling also!
Is that Leviathan?
No, just a negative. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Okay, so let's see what we got. Cross Swell.
Nice try.
Ooh, this. Oh! Oh!
Oh, look. It has friends.
Nice! Oh, I love this! Oh, and I can shoot. Oh, I can charge it! I love this thing! Ooh, what's this? Land a total of 300 tribe. Oh. Oh crap.
This one.
All right. Oh, I love the new ability.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
It's probably Leviathan
The
itself.
child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I think I found my new favorite icon.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Oh, the flow. Awaken the storm. Oh, I love the new icon ability. It makes the game a little bit. It's gonna make the game easier.
Part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Okay, well, first things first. Alright, so what do we got? Well, first things first, this is gainfully upgraded. That's non-negotiable. Okay, so what do we got? Rips open a slowly guy in the gateway, immerses in the depths of the sea, and when time right, summons forth an abyssal storm. Okay. Creates twin waves and rush. Okay, well, we're getting that because I'm going to replace that with that, and reset that. Reset this. Details. Okay. Upgrade the maximum tier size from 3 to 4, allowing more water to discharge during an event. Extends the range, increasing overall coverage. Gradually augments firing speed while active, increasing its maximum power and possible. That is good. I'm going to get this and upgrade it. And then master this. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and undo this to master this. Get this. And let's re-unlock this. Just so everything is at least in the base form. Alright. Give me Leviathan. I want Leviathan. Okay, so that is similar to Mega Flare. But I'm going to want to have Tsunami and Crosswell. And then here I want Deluge. All right. I know it's mainly just Leviathan, but I love the Leviathan abilities. Alrighty. Real quick. Ooh, something new at the blacksmith.
The tree's back. Do you think the same?
And what are you two drawing?
The rill. We're seeing who's fastest, and I'm going to win.
The broom is your warhammer. The leaves our mortal enemy. Show them no mercy for the glory of Mysidia.
Alright, let's head over to the blacksmith and see what's new over here.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
Yes?
Tribal strike! This is absolutely hilarious, unless you can reinforce it. No. Hey, here's a brand new weapon. Guess what? It's weaker than what you're carrying.
Flawless.
But I'm still getting it.
A good tide to you.
I'm gonna go back to the hideaway for a minute. I want to go, because I am not equipping this weapon. Plain and simple. It is 10 points weaker. Ironically, the weapon that you get from the first DLC, I don't know if this is... Yeah, this is the Omega weapon, which I think you get this from the DLC. No, actually, I think this is the ultimate weapon you make in the game. Yeah. Is still the strongest weapon I have. Ooh, I like that. I want to see something over here at the blacksmith real quick.
What do I owe the honor? A Sancthornian, do you?
Yeah, so there's that. Fallen Enforcer. I don't know where you get the... Isn't the Fallen Enforcer, isn't that a DLC weapon?
Anything else?
I think.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
You know, while we're here... Yeah, I didn't use a single item. Sweet.
Finished, are you?
Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to go and, I just want to be sure that I had my, whatchamacallit first. Excuse me. I wanted to switch at least the appearance of my weapon.
No sign of the child.
He's still in stasis. Yet somehow, it's either the child is still aware, or it's Leviathan himself that's still aware, even though the child is in stasis.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon.
Oh, god damn it.
Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late.
Of course.
As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
To enrage an icon.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
Of course.
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Yeah. When you Percy enrage an icon, you are asking for trouble.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
Well, that's not happening right now.
I suspect two dominants can handle whatever it is that awaits you atop that peak. And if not, there's always Lady Shula's battle axe.
But remember, she can't get Shiva. But this is right before the final battle. But we have a bunch of side
My
quests.
lord, may I speak with you a moment? There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
Yes, I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
Familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me.
Hope so.
I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here.
And who do you think
Would
it
you
is?
go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Oh, but who is this? Who is this person you think it is?
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Ymilla, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
Okay, well there's that. Oh, excuse me. Still wish they would give me a mini map. Oh, is this like things that we can have our chocobo?
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with Chingol and Wetbeak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around.
Yeah.
All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Yeah. It would be not. It would be amazing to have a Ambrosia around. I will. Let's see. Be able to get around a lot easier.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
That's a stupid thing to ponder.
Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the, ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well.
All right. Rolls of honor.
One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Okay. Well, I'll be going down here for as soon as I pick this. As soon as I pick this up, come here. I'm gonna come down here and then go up here. Okay.
Bastard things. Tore the fish right out of the baskets. I can't go on like this.
Don't say that. Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
All right.
Leave me be. Let me go. Let me go.
Okay, so where do we gotta go? I need to go to the blacksmith, which is this way, right here.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's fine.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that.
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazia's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
All right. Okay. Well, first things first. Since I'm doing these quests that are in here, do that. There we go.
No sign of the child.
This one is closer.
You one of the outsiders, then?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic goat or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
I'll take as long as I please. Alright, so we gotta go over to Martha's Rest. But let's go ahead and get... I want to go ahead and get this other one done. And before I head off to do the quest outside the village, I'm going to go over to Martha's Rest. I want Ambrosia as soon as I can, so it makes getting around here a lot easier. Especially when we have to really make a trek.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazir, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Alright. And this is a special kind of one where we get a special reward from it, so I'm wondering what we're going to get from this.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then... I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Of course, we don't get any thing. Okay, so that is leading us up. Up. Well, first things first, we're heading over to Martha's Rest. I need to get Ambrosia. I need to be able to use Ambrosia. Yeah, because that whole trek doing it on foot is a... Ugh. No thank you. Joshua came with us.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night? You speak to Martha.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart. How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a Mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do. To Northridge, then. Wouldn't want to keep Anders' father waiting.
All right. New thing here at the shop. What's over here?
How do?
Is it a new? Oh wow. A lot of new orchestra stuff. A lot. Jesus.
That all, is it?
I'm curious about something. And if you guys want me to show this off right here, I can. I can show you how I did it. But it's not really... It's not really all that exciting. It's literally just put on a ring and, well, just let the spamming continue and just spam square. That's all I did for those. And that's how I will be doing it too. Since we don't have Toggle, we just replace the Beast one for... Yeah. Alright, I'm just coming here to get rid of those news now that I know that a lot of places have something new. And it looks like it's just the music.
I knew I was right not to give up on Lubor.
Ginger and ginseng.
How about a few spicy sausages to
So, you're going to join the watch after all, then?
The fellow who used to run this stall took to his heels right after the plane.
Okay.
Good day, my lord.
Yeah, just a bunch of orchestra rolls, so just getting rid of those.
Fare you well.
Huh. Ironically, I need to go to Northreach anyways. Alright. Excuse me. We won't finish this today. You know, I was actually, I was kidding myself thinking I would finish this today. Because, of course, there's going to be side quests. I mean, it's a brand new town and all.
And now I help the garrison today.
Do you see anything you like?
Yeah, I'm not buying anything. I'm just getting rid of the new stuff.
And a fine, fine day to you.
All right.
Those things didn't fight like men.
Alright, so let's go ahead and meet them over here where we actually met Shura.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the mimic or two. Here.
Oh, it looks like just a pumpkin. Huh.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Alright, back across the way. I mean, I'm going to have fast travel, but I'm not going to have the fast travel all the time. That's why having Ambrosia is going to be a godsend. And
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
hey, we got Ambrosia! Oh, that is going to be so much easier to do. Hold on, guys. Hello? I'm about to take a break here in a minute. Okay, guys. I'm going to go when I get back. We are going to come down here, and yeah, I'm just going to come over down here, and then I'm going to take my quick break. I got to go do something for my parents real quick. Go to the bathroom, etc., etc. So I'm just going to come down. I'm just going to go ahead and just come down here to this obelisk, and we'll be off. Alright, guys. I will be back momentarily. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.